Hey, good morning, everybody. It's great to be back with you all again. A gorgeous, sunny, warm, beautiful morning in Southern California here on the beach. However, there's some windy weather out that way, and we'll talk about that and everything else here on the morning briefing. Hey, I'm Phil Friedman. It's great to be with you from Friedman Adventures with the morning briefing to talk about sport fishing from below the border to up to the Channel Islands here this morning. At least that's the plan right now. We'll be expanding our coverage as we move along, of course, and right now we're covering that stretch of northern Baja and Southern California. All right, some things on the horizon that I've got to tell you about, and of course this coming Sunday we'll be at Recreation Park at the Casting Pond in beautiful Long Beach, California, right off 7th Street, and we're going to be doing a workshop on how to get your mechanics down when you're tossing the iron. Exactly what it is you have to do. So if you're a novice, there's no shame at all. Come on, this is perfect for you. Everybody there is there to help you. The guys from the 540 Slingers Club, Sam De La Torre from Island Fishing Tackle, yours truly, and so many other volunteers are there to help you become a better jig fisherman. And once you get that down, once you feel the power of that, you are going to love it. It is so much fun. Whether you're fishing the iron for calico bass or barracuda or big tuna, whatever it is, there's nothing more fun than that. So that'll be this Sunday at the end of this presentation here this morning, whatever you want to call it. At the end of this little show here this morning, you'll see a slide and it'll have even more details. And you can always send me a text if you want some more details at 657-227-6459. I can send you our charter list along with everything else when you text that number. So again, this Sunday, that should be a lot of fun. All right, let's talk about the weather first of all. We are going to have some really windy weather here for the next 48 hours at least. Now, some of the boats down in San Diego may attempt to fish that tuna bite. They're big enough. They've fished in that kind of weather before. I have no doubt that they can pull a rabbit out of the hat and catch fish. Those tuna will bite in that rough weather. So we'll be continuing to monitor that very, very closely. That tuna bite in San Diego, I should say really off Ensenada, but the San Diego fleet has just been experiencing such wonderful fishing. If you're on a day overnight trip or a day and a half trip, odds are you're going to catch a limited bluefin tuna. There's a mix in terms of the size. Sometimes you'll find that 20 to 50 pound tuna, and other times like the San Diego, leaving at 6 a.m. in the morning, returning at 6 p.m. The San Diego was such a memorable day here recently where they had 24 bluefin tuna in the 130 to 170 pound mark. They literally stopped fishing due to exhaustion. And that is really marvelous. Of course, the overnight boats, Condor with a fish up there around 200 pounds. It has been great. This is a great time, if you're weathered in, if you're not going to be fishing, to watch the video that Sam De La Torre did with us. It is so good about organizing your jigs for fishing bluefin tuna. It's a game changer. I highly recommend you go through and check that video out. It is really, really essential to your success. And also, if you're a private boater or you want to troll for bluefin, we just did a video with Sam about a lure that is really killing them on the troll. A lot of bluefin tuna on the troll on this lure, so check that out. Also, 2-speed reels right now, a must with 80 pound. You definitely want to have that. And jigs that have been working anywhere from 100 grams to say 300 grams, 250, like that. It seems like the smaller lures were working best there for a while, but now they are starting, you're seeing such big fish move into the equation. So that is really, really good. Locally down there in San Diego, we'll have some action probably. They've been picking at the bass down there, calico bass, sand bass, at times pretty good. Every once in a while you kick in an exotic, so nothing wrong with that. Some pretty decent fishing going on. Whitefish, rockfish to help fill in the void. And then up and down the coast, let's just talk about the coast. There's been a few barracuda here and there. There's also been that poke of calico and sand bass. A lot of shorts in there right now. Hopefully we'll see that start to improve. And also rockfish, sculpin, some big bonita also in the equation. kind of trying to get our way into spring, but if it gets too windy along the coast, it will reduce water temps, and that normally will have an adverse effect on the bite. All right, so taking a look at some of the islands, Clementi's going to be windy here for the next few days. There's been some squid nests over there, and some of the boats have been able to exploit that for good catches of halibut, yellowtail. There's been also a few barracuda in that neck of the woods and good calico bass fishing if you want to focus on that. White sea bass also in the mix, but as I say, right now we've got wind, and remember that wind reduces water temps, so not sure when that will get back into play. The little island, Santa Barbara, squid nests there provided some really good action. At one time, man, there were yellows racing all around. There was good halibut fishing. There was there was also some sea bass being taken there. The island looked so good. The little one, as we affectionately call Santa Barbara Island. There was another day, though, recently when the El Dorado was there, and Captain Dave Dodge was on board. And Dave said, man, this whole place just shut down. It doesn't look as good as it was. So, again, we'll see what kind of a hand Mother Nature deals us with this weather as we move along. And then moving our way up into the Channel Island area, there's still really good sign of white sea bass. The CJ with limits just a little while ago and less than optimum weather. Also, the Aloha Spirit had 5. The area that is most prolific on the white sea bass in the Channel Islands is just really, really windy. It looks like as we edge toward the weekend, we're going to get some windows of opportunity. And I have to believe that's the only thing holding the guys up there back. Every single time we get a window, somebody makes a sea bass catch. And if we could get a stretch of decent weather, man, I'm just surmising that it could get crazy. And there's been some big sea bass up there in that neck of the woods. So we'll keep our eyes on it. Hopefully they'll be able to get back to normal. The rock fishing in the Channel Islands for all those guys is always some of the best anywhere. It's just really steady, excuse me, really consistent. And I'm telling you, we just need a stretch of decent weather. Speaking of that, we got our fingers crossed for our trip. May 22nd, we'll be on board the Island Spirit. We're leaving at 6 o'clock in the morning, coming back at 5 p.m. That is a Sunday. It's out of Ventura Sport Fishing. Cody Rogers runs the boat. We're focusing on white sea bass and other exotics like halibut and yellowtail. Fallback is rockfish. A few spots left on that one. And once again, just text me if you'd like to join us on this special Sunday trip. Should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to seeing so many of you shooting a video or shooting your photo with your prize catch. 657-227-6459. Just send me a text and I'll get you signed up and get you ready to rock and roll on board that trip. So I'll tell you, the surf doesn't look too bad. Looking out here right now, and yeah, you could fish this, definitely. It's still kind of low tide, high tide's on the way, but I'm telling you, surf fishing was picking up, looking very, very good at one time. More halibut, a lot of spot fin croaker, yellowfin croaker, corvina have been more active this year, and so hopefully this wind will give us a break and we'll be able to fish. And certainly you can find stretches of beach where you can surf fish and get a lot accomplished. We have found that fishing bait has been best of all. We've been digging up sandworms and finding very, very good action by doing that. All right, everybody, windy weather, and you would never know it by standing here. I mean, it feels like it's 70 degrees, probably not, but it's sunny, it's warm, it's gorgeous, and we just gotta hope that this wind gets out of the equation. What we're really praying for is that we're getting our wind out of the equation early this year, and we'll ease into a late spring, summer, fall, beautiful weather bite. And if we get that, there is no doubt that we'll be catching fish all season long. Good morning, everybody. Have a great Monday, a great start to your week, and we'll be back with lots more later today. Take care, my friends.